Now, Washington Mornings on the Mall.
105.9 FM.
And AM 630.
WMAL.
Good morning, everybody. 8:07 on WMAL, where Washington comes to talk. Brian Wilson, Brian Neiman. How you doing, Mr. Nemo?
Pretty good. It's already 8 o'clock, man. Time's flying by this morning.
Show has just ripped right along, that's for sure. On the phone right now is the former governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Douglas Wilder, a Democrat. Governor Wilder, how are you?
I'm fine, Brian, and you guys, how you? Hope you're well.
We're doing very well. We wanted to ask you on because you had some very interesting things to say about the comments made by Joe Biden when he was visiting down in the... We actually have a little clip of what Joe Biden said that created so much interest. Here it is.
Look at their budget and what they're proposing. Romney wants to he said in the first 100 days, he's going to let the big banks once again write their own rules. Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains.
It was that last little comment that seemed to raise a few eyebrows. And so, Governor Wilder, what was your reaction when you heard those comments from the Vice President of the United States?
Well, I heard them and I saw them, but my first thing was the latest gaffe by him, causing it to be some degree of attention, isn't a gaffe because it's really the blunders that define Biden for the most part. And any further discussion, keep on talking about it, doesn't help the president. But let's get to the remarks. They were to a largely African-American audience in Danville, Virginia, not North Carolina, as he thought. So I don't think there was any question as to who y'all was, as to whom he was referring. Now, he's got some apologists out saying they think they know what he meant. But when I heard them, it conjured up other concerns that I had about things that Biden had said. What did he mean in 2007 when he announced he was running for the presidency? This is what he had to say about Obama. Quote, I mean, you've got the first mainstream African-American who is articulate, bright, and clean, and a nice-looking guy. That's what he had to say about Obama. What did he mean in 2010, just 2 years ago, when he said the president is smarter than I thought he was? Well, see, when you hear those things, when those things have occurred, and when this latest brouhaha comes over, you know that the president doesn't need this in this campaign. He doesn't need further gaffes, further mistakes. What is needed is people out there talking about the economy, jobs, working with people, not talking down, reaching across the aisle. And I was very disappointed when I heard them.
Well, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Are you saying there may be some soft bigotry there from the vice president?
I don't know. I'm not saying that. But if you look at the history of what I just reiterated, what are you talking about? Talk and treat people as equals. If he was running against Obama, Obama was just another candidate. Not bright, articulate, first African-American that's clean enough to run. I mean...
Well, you have forgotten the comments that he made about people who work in convenience stores.
No, I have not. You have to have an Indian accent. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, see, that defines the person more so than the gaffe defining them. I mean, he's not a gaffe.
Well, now, some people have said it wasn't a gaffe, that he intended to say what he said.
I've heard that. And so I am convinced that this does not help Obama. I am convinced that it's a distraction, it's a distortion. What is needed is somebody on the same team speaking about the same idea of reaching across, working up. This campaign is not going to be about good guys and bad guys. There are no good guys and bad guys.
Well, it sounds like you're still a pretty solid supporter of the president.
I want to be.
Well, hold it. You want to be.
How can you be as solid as you want to when you have these kinds of distractions out there?
So does Biden need to go?
It's too late for that.
They say you got about 15 days left.
Huh?
They say you got about 15 days left.
I said that 9 months ago. I was one of the first to say that he needed to be replaced with Hillary Clinton. She's not going to be around for the next administration anyway. So The problem they had was, could they find a parking place for Biden? Some would say, well, you could put him as Secretary of State. My God, can you imagine? We'd be at war with Great Britain today if that were the case.
Well, if you feel that way, are you going to vote for Barack Obama?
Well, listen, people have asked it the other way around. They say, are you going to vote for Joe Biden? Well, you got to vote for Biden to get to Obama. I have no intention of not doing what I had tried to do to get this man elected in 2008. I would like to see that continue, but this hurts the opportunities for him.
Well, let me ask you a delicate question, because there is a report that was out there that you showed up at a Republican fundraiser and that you were actually acknowledged from the dais.
Well, I wasn't in the room if that did happen. I came to a place across the street that I was on a panel with Jindal, McDonald, former Democratic Governor Bob Weiss, and I was told it was in the wrong building. I went to the building where it was not. Ultimately, those guys came over. No, I did not attend a fundraiser.
All right. So what is your sense of where we're going on November 6th, and especially in Virginia? You know the state very well. Do you think
tight.
– go ahead.
Very tight. And it's going to be a close election in Virginia. I said this to the president some while back, and I think he agrees with it. I think if he carries Virginia, he's in good shape around the country. If he doesn't carry Virginia, it's going to be a tough race. It's going to be a tough race even if he might carry it. You got Ohio, you've got the other states, Florida, you've got Indiana's pretty much gone, pretty much written off. Even Wisconsin's in the mix now. I would say to you, it's a turnout election. I don't think there'll be a number of people who are disenchanted who would say, okay, I'm going to go out and vote for Romney because I'm dissatisfied with Biden, but their enthusiasm is what's necessary. You can't capture or recapture what you had in 2008, but you can build on what you need. Jobs, economy, money are always going to be the subjects that need to be addressed. Those issues haven't gone away. To the extent that somebody can say, as strongly as they know how to say it, we have solutions, we will represent all of America. They are the most essential questions, and the people who answer that to the satisfaction the real and significant proposals will win the election.
I want to make sure I heard you correctly. Are you saying that you don't think that the comments by Biden and the things that he's done will actually stop somebody who would normally be inclined to vote for the president, but it might cause some people to not be as enthusiastic as they might be about actually going to cast their ballot?
Well, I think there was already a lack of enthusiasm, particularly in comparison with what was in 2008. The Biden comments are still talking down. Y'all. Now, y'all going to be put back in chains, which means I'm all right. It's not going to happen to me. But y'all going to be hurt. I don't think that those things help. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Now, if it hurts only to the extent of 1% of the vote, that's enough to ruin an election.
All right. Well, former governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Douglas Wilder, always good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Thanks for joining.